about to lead into right now, which is the IFBB criteria. The actual criteria hasn't changed that much since then, the fundamentals of it anyway. And the reason why I like to spend a couple of minutes talking about the fundamentals of the criteria and what we're looking from a judging point of view is because it's called bodybuilding. So a lot of us can get caught up in the mystique of just building mass and thinking that that's all that's ever wanted, but the criteria of every single division is played out in 5 particular things that we are looking for. The 5 particular things we're looking for, and these are all subject to the individual divisions. So bikini will be different to bodybuilding, bodybuilding will be different to the classic, and classic will be different to the physique, but we look for these 5 things. And it is shape. Our shape is mostly largely genetic, so you'll see with Lara, she's got a very X-frame shape, like with wide shoulders, narrow waist, and it's her body type. I would say ectomorph, mesomorph type.
Mesomorph, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we've got different divisions too, because wellness girls would be more endomorphs, which we used to refer to those people as the pear shape. I don't know why we did fruit for those people, but they're endomorphs. So particular physiques will lend to particular shapes. So when somebody comes to me as a judge and says, Nathan, what division do you think that I'll be best for? Well, I like to know how they like to train for starters. Like if they like to train heavy and lift heavy weights, well, they're going to be probably more likely towards training towards a more muscular one. But if their genetic disposition, which is their shape, which is one of the things that we look for in the criteria, does not lend themselves to that sort of thing, they'll be fighting against their genetics the whole way, because you can't really change your shape. You can only really improve on certain things. So we look at their shape. We look at symmetry, which is upper body to lower body proportions based on the division, and also left and right, is it symmetrical, is one side. So they are things you can definitely work on. So symmetry is the other one. We look at muscularity. Muscularity is always relevant to the division. So a bikini girl does not have to be as muscular as a wellness woman. A wellness woman does not have to be as muscular as the figure ladies used to be, and the figure ladies do not have to be as muscular as women's physique. So there are something for everybody when it comes to muscularity, and again, that's what we're looking for that. We've got to make sure that if the lady, in this particular case, in the muscularity round, is too muscular for that division, they don't just get a few points down, they can't actually, like we can't put them in the top 3. Being more muscular in a division is a very big no-no, because we want to make sure that we are judging the people and we're not encouraging people to grow outside of their division. So we've got the muscularity. So we've got shape, symmetry, muscularity, and then we have condition. Condition is one of the true things really that you can only have full control over. Muscularity is also largely genetics. Like if you look at Paul, very muscular physique, grows muscle quite easily. I myself do not grow muscle that quickly, so as much as we say, we have a lot of control over how much muscularity we have, we really are bound at the end of the day by our genetic disposition. And so, but when it comes to condition, that is one thing when I'm watching and judging the competitions, I want to make sure that that athlete has the right condition for that particular division, because they had complete control over that. And again, the bikini girl does not have to be as lean as the wellness, and they don't have to be as lean as the figure, so on, so on, so on. And the same with the males. So again, if someone comes in too conditioned for their division, they will get marked down for that. And if they don't come in conditioned enough, they'll get marked down. So you've got to get it right for the actual particular division you go in. And the 5th and the final one, and the only one that really matters on the day, because all of the other 4 would have been taken care of leading into the show, is your posing and presentation. And that's what brings us here today. Because posing and presentation is 2 different things. Posing is literally how to hold a pose, and presenting is how do you hold that pose best for your division and your physique and your genetic structure. So they're the things we're going to go over today: posing and presentation, and what are the judges looking for in the posing and presentation. And the more you know about what I'm looking for when I'm judging that particular event, the more you can take away.